Minasan konnichiwa, Koichi de gozaimasu. So I got online the other day. I don't get online too often, but when I do, I quickly realize why I don't. Most of you are cool, don't get me wrong, but there are a few people out there who just want to tell me how great they are. Like, take this conversation for example. I know that this is sometimes a cultural thing. I was raised to be humble and to lower myself down below pretty much everyone. Now this trait has actually hurt me in the past. I've applied for jobs where I was way overqualified and I don't think anyone else applied to, but because I lowered myself and humbled myself, I wasn't able to get the job. Well, I'm gonna come right out and say it, Koichi, we need someone who has at least some experience in YouTube. Well, I have a YouTube account, I guess. Not very good at it. I actually have negative subscribers. Negative? Yeah. You know how they have the honors where they say like most subscribed to, directors or whatever. Well, I have the honor of least subscribed to. I have negative 60,000 subscribers. I'm just a terrible YouTuber. Yes, that's me. Well, we have to hire someone and no one else applied, so if you have any experience in blogging. Any experience at all, Koichi? I have no knowledge in blogging. I have a blog, but each post has negative amounts of comments. My point for this video is basically this. In Japan, you need to be humble. You need to be extra humble about everything. If I'm having trouble with American culture being too humble at times, you're probably going to have the opposite problem in Japan, not being humble enough. Now, no one's going to say anything to you if you aren't humble enough. So, try to be extra humble to make up for it. It can't hurt you, trust me. I'm going to go ahead and compare the same situation twice. One will take place in America, one will take place in Japan. The situation is this. I'll be comparing two separate parents talking about their children to each other. We'll start with America. Hey Godzilla, I noticed your My Child's an Honor Student bumper sticker the other day. How's Timmy doing?
Timmy? He's doing great. Straight A's for the 14th year in a row. Honor student, that boy is going to Harvard.
Oh, that's nice, that is. Well, you know my daughter, Cindy. She's a genius flute player. I have her in the Philharmonic. She's gonna go and do big things, that Cindy is. Can you tell how much I hate it when parents brag about their bratty kids? Anyways, on to Japan. おう、小一、あなたの息子は首席だったと聞いたことありました。本当ですか？いやいや、違います、ゴジラさん。彼は正白児だよ。嘘だろ？天才だよ、あの子供は。運がいいだからだけですよ。正白児だよ。That of course was a little exaggeration, but you get the point, right? If you'd like to see other examples and possibly usable examples, you can check out my blog right here. There's a lot more on the subject. But what I'm trying to get here is, American culture isn't bad, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you're going to go to Japan, you need to humble yourself more than you'd ever think. When you're talking to someone else, you need to tell them how bad you are at whatever you're good at. You need to humble yourself. It's not about saying how great you are. They already know how good you are because they're talking to you and asking you about it. You have to tell them how bad you are. Come up with excuses, anything, lies. No, maybe not lies. Come up with excuses. In Japan, you don't want to stand out. You want to hide. You want to be the same as everyone else. It's a very group-oriented culture. You want to stay on the same level as everyone. My grandpa used to tell me this quote that I'm sure you've heard. Everyone's heard it. So you don't want to be the nail that's still sticking up. Because the nail that's sticking up gets hammered down. You want to be the nail that's below all the other nails, hammered all the way down, so you're not noticed. And I know this could be hard for some Americans. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's great in America. I wish I could be more outgoing and less humble, but you just gotta try to fit in if you go to Japan. It's not just about learning the language. It's about learning the culture and the language together. Because if you don't know one or the other, everything falls apart. It is impossible to learn the Japanese language without studying the Japanese culture. So next time you IM me, be humble. Say that you're a lot worse than you are at Japanese. Or talk about something completely different. In fact, I have one more thing to say about that. If you IM me, you better have something to say, because I have nothing to say to you. I'm not the one who should be coming up with conversation topics. That should be you. You're the one IMing me, right? And if you do that, I'll be happy to talk to you. Always. じゃあバイバイ.